The Tap brand being Scratch Kitchen, killer beers, rotating draft menu. Just the evolution of it is something that was heavily needed here.
Today's episode brings you lively discussions and captivating stories straight from the heart of Mill Creek, broadcast from our new location at Tapped Mill Creek.
There wasn't a whole lot of eatery options. I fully endorsed it. And then the next question was if I wanted to start working for them.
Here you go.
So I came in as a friend. I ended up being the leader of the pack and started running and creating the brand from day one.
Join us as we explore the founding journey of the restaurant and gain insights from Kenny Volk, the general manager. We'll dive into the unique local community, the dynamic culture of the restaurant, and its rapid growth and future ambitions.
The restaurant came to be just the fact that Mill Creek, there was definitely a demand in the market.
Tune in for an exclusive behind-the-scenes look that highlights the vibrant spirit of Mill Creek and its residents.
Hey, hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Mill Creek Live Today podcast. We are coming to you today from our new home, Tapped Mill Creek. Listen, we're going to be here every second and fourth Wednesday from 2 to 4 p.m. And we're going to have all kinds of cool conversations with all kinds of cool people and talk about everything that is beautiful about Mill Creek. And so we're kicking this one off today at our new home with our friend, the general manager of Tapped Mill Creek, Kenny Volk. Kenny, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, so it's really cool to have you here. It's
it.
really cool that you're hosting us and allowing us to move our stuff in here and be part of this. So
It's an honor.
yeah, this is cool. One of the reasons that I wanted to come here and do this is because you got such a great vibe.
Thank you.
And you guys, the Tapped brand, has just created these things all around. But I wanted to hear a little bit from you about how this place came to be where we are right now, and what was your involvement in that?
Yeah, so, obviously the plans came out that we were building the complex here in the Mill Creek area, and I'm a local to this market, so I live right down the street. I can walk to work every day.
Awesome.
But I drive. And one of the owners came to me and asked if this would be a good area that could do the brand of food and product that they were offering. And I completely agreed. The Tapped brand being Scratch Kitchen, killer beers, rotating draft menu, just the evolution of it is something that was heavily needed here. There wasn't a whole lot of eatery options. So I fully endorsed it, and then the next question was if I wanted to start working for them.
There you go.
So I came in as a friend. I ended up being the leader of the pack and started running and creating the brand from day one. So Sean, I think, asked me and approached me back in 2021. So I mean, it's quite some time ago.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, and we ended up kind of agreeing to something, and then construction project design, we took elements from all of our other two locations and tried to make it our own, and did a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but we wanted it to be Mill Creek. I mean, to pay homage to the buffalo farm that once existed here before us.
Right.
We painted a giant mural designed by Shogo Ota, who is a Kameno artist, and he designed and installed this beautiful mural in 2 days.
Wow.
Right in the middle of construction. It was
Wow.
pretty amazing to watch it happen.
Wow.
He sent me a time-lapse video of it, and it's absolutely insane how quickly he works. And
I would love to see that
Yeah.
time-lapse video, because I think that we could plug that into this podcast, let everybody see how cool
Yeah.
that is.
let's
That'd
see
be
if
awesome.
I can grab my hands on it again.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so the restaurant came to be just the fact that Mill Creek, there was definitely a demand in the market. We are a young company that's looking to kind of expand and grow. The idea being is we wanted to have probably 5 restaurants within 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we're at 3 restaurants in 5 years, and we have plans already for our 4th, and I think we've got a couple other tricks up our sleeve for the near future as well. So
Fantastic.
we're a growing little group of individuals that are super passionate about food and beer.
That's awesome. And that passion totally shows through when you come in here, because the people that you've hired to work in this place are some of the the coolest, most dedicated people that you see when you go to establishments like this, and you can just get a sense for, you know, the culture of the workplace, right? And it's not just how cool the restaurant is; it's a culture of the workplace, and that shows through with the people that you have working here. It's awesome. So kudos to you for bringing those people on.
Yeah, we're big fans of our people. You know, we can make food every day and we can pour amazing beers, but our people are the things that connect those items with our guests.
Yeah.
And without them, we would not be where we are. So
it's funny. You mentioned that connection with people, because we talk a lot about that here in town in Mill Creek, right?
Yeah.
It's the people in Mill Creek that make Mill Creek the cool town that it is, right? We have cool places, and we have cool trails, and you know, we got town centers, and we have restaurants and shops and all these kinds of things. But it's the people really that set the community apart. There's a close sense of community here, and then it's just cemented in when you have cool places to hang out and talk.
Definitely.
How long you lived in town?
I was able to move here in 2018, so going on 6 years now.
Cool. Yeah, I moved to town in 2016, so I beat you by just a tiny bit.
Yeah, I was still in Chicago back then.
Yeah, great place. And we've contemplated over the years, you know, do we want to move? Do we want to do something else? Nah, we want to stay right here. And it's cool to find people in the community that are as dedicated to the community as you are, right?
Thank you.
I want to have you tell a story, but I want to intro it a little bit. So at the Chamber of Commerce, we run the Mill Creek Festival every year.
Yeah.
And as somebody who's lived in Mill Creek since 2018, you've probably been to the festival or seen it or known about it or been down there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, last year, probably close to this time, I was in here talking to you about, you know, we've got to figure out what we're going to do with the beer garden at the festival in the future. And you said to me, I want that beer garden.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's exactly the words that you said, but
pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wanted that beer garden.
Yeah. Well, opening this restaurant, knowing that the community partnerships that we wanted to create, being able to partner with such a large organization and group on such a grand level was a top tier goal for us. And so it was more of a 1 year to 2 year goal as we established ourselves in Mill Creek. But I was blessed enough for you to offer that opportunity that year. And so we have a really awesome beer van that has 6 taps on it, and we can connect everything to it, and we're able to pour on the spot. And it's kind of unique to us. You don't see a lot of that going around. And it was the perfect avenue for us to come in and be the beer garden sponsor, and then to also introduce ourselves to the community the same year that we opened. And it was a great hit. My team absolutely enjoyed every moment of pouring beer and interacting with all the volunteers during the festival. And then obviously taking their breaks and walking around and coming back with extra snacks and goodies and
all kinds of cool stuff.
Doing a little bit of shopping themselves. But yeah, I mean, and you build so many relationships. There's so many faces that I may have met as the beer sponsor vendor this last year that I see now on a regular basis. And it's pretty amazing because that's how those relationships build and begin. And I've now partnered with a couple other individuals to do other things. And the questions always come out, like, can I get the beer van for this? And can we do this? And it's just pretty amazing.
Yeah. You weren't expecting it, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, okay, one of these days I want that.
Yeah.
Nope, you get it this year. Boom, let's go. And how long had you been open? By the time, you know, I mean,
I think a month.
Yeah, barely. Like the doors were still squeaky because they were brand new, right?
Yeah,
They still had plastic
I think
on them.
we weren't even 30 days in, and you guys shared with us that the need was immediate and it could happen this year. And I made 2 phone calls. I called our ownership group and I asked, can I do this? They said, heck yeah. And then I called one of our vendors and I said, I need your help.
Yeah, right.
And so I reached out to our friends, and they came through, and we were able to provide some amazing beers on draft and to kind of just support the whole foundation for the scholarships and everything. So it's just a win-win for us.
Yeah. It was super cool that we're able to pull that together, and I can't wait to do it again this year.
Yeah,
and
I can't wait to introduce some new beers to you.
We're going to try some different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Now, this year also, we're going to introduce another element to what you got going on. So tell me a little bit about some food you got coming.
Yeah, so last summer we started a barbecue concept called Primal up in Camano Island. And so we have been working for the last 6 months since that concept opened on creating a mobile version of it. And so we're looking to do our Primal mobile, whether it be a food truck, food trailer, or another avenue of catering that we can do. So we are going to introduce that at the Mill Creek Festival this year.
Cool.
So we're looking to be able to offer our brisket and our ribs and a couple other options that we got going at the festival, and then we're working on a couple other unique little twists that might give it a little spin. But as any restaurant is, it's always a work in progress until you open first day.
You bet.
So,
right. It's always a plan until you actually do it, and then it's real.
Yes.
So, well, I can't wait for the introduction of the barbecue and whatever little twist you have, because that's just going to be something more that we can offer to the people in our community that want to come enjoy the festival. Let's give them something, let's keep it fresh and keep it new and keep it exciting. And so it's cool to bring something new in. Now, you guys are also going to provide food for our VIP night on the Friday before the festival opens.
Correct.
And we're looking forward to just a fantastic VIP night. The food's going to be great. The beer's going to be good. The company's going to be great. We've got a couple tricks up our sleeve too. We're trying to, figure out some sort of a really good hook so the people that come to the VIP can not only enjoy good food and drink and good camaraderie, but maybe do something cool. We'll have some live music, and so we're going to try and take that thing to the next level too. So we got a couple cool things coming. I can't wait. The festival really is kind of the central event in the Mill Creek summer, right? It's it's two full days. It's a long weekend. It's usually sunny and warm, and it's a great thing. But the chamber is in this partnership with Town Center now, and so the concert series that happens every Wednesday night is now kind of a chamber event as well. And so we're trying to crank up the activity on that a little bit too. We've spent a little bit more money on bands. We're doing a little bit more money with lights and sound, trying to elevate that game a little bit. And so we're looking at that very first concert is July 10th, and it's going to be a band called the Infinity Project, which is a Journey cover band. And Dr. Joe Crescente on the keyboards. Joe's a chiropractor in town, and he's a keyboard guy. And so the Infinity Project is going to open up our concert series that Wednesday. And then Friday is our VIP night. Saturday, Sunday is our festival. So it's going to be a jam-packed week and the kickoff of summer, really.
Very cool.
And then we'll roll in. We'll do those concerts every Wednesday through the end of September. There's a total of 12 of them. And we'll throw a golf tournament in there. I want to get you guys into the golf tournament.
That conversation started last Wednesday with somebody else. So we were throwing around a couple ideas. So I'm partnering with them right now to see if I can to do something special during the tournament this year.
Cool. Awesome.
I think last year was just a little too much with opening, and then
I think so. It was too much too soon.
My plate was very full.
Yes. Not that your plate's not full now, because you guys.
I just got a bigger plate.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Bigger plate, bigger fork.
There you go.
Let's just keep eating. So you mentioned 3 current locations: Camano Island,
correct,
Mukilteo, and now Mill Creek.
Yep.
And how long ago did the Camano Island restaurant open?
So Camano opened in 2019.
Cool.
We took over a pre-existing similar concept business, so it was a pretty quick little flip. And then we ran that one for 2 years before opening Mukilteo in 2021. And then that's when, as we were coming out of pandemic and everything, and the business started to take off at Mukilteo and started doing really well, that's when we realized we had a good thing going and that we could replicate this and put it into other spots. And so then that's when that conversation came up about where else could we go. And so it's pretty amazing that if you think about from 2019 to here we are today, and then what we have on the horizon with the Everett Port, in 2025, and then the few little twists that we have beyond that as well that are still in the works. It's a pretty amazing growth performance and strategy by our group. So yeah.
It's incredibly ambitious and absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, it's going just as it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Business is growing, things are happening, and there's something new on the drawing board. And as soon as that one's done, there's something new on that drawing board. And
well, we were incredibly blessed to be well received in all three communities, right? Our Camino community is a very island vibe. But when you go there during the summertime, the place is as busy as this restaurant, and it's a quarter of the size.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much guests gravitate towards that spot during those summer months. Our Mukilteo spot laid the groundworks for what we were able to do here. It gave us all the base tools. While Mill Creek is the largest of our restaurants, I think we thought we could go a little bit bigger, but I think we have decided that this is the foundation of what we are going to do going forward for all of our future projects. So
this is just going to be the blueprint for
this
what you got,
is-
and then modify it as necessary depending on where you're
yeah,
at.
just the space limitations and things like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's always going to be the same amazing food, killer beers on draft, constantly rotating, and then us finding great individuals that want to come and work with us and partner and serve great food and great beer and just have a great day and call it work.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and call it work. That's cool. We gotta love what we do.
Yeah.
My dog Ollie and I were at the Camino restaurant a couple weeks ago.
Oh, very cool.
I've got some real estate work on the island I'm working on right now, and we went up to check on this listing, and of course I took the dog with me because my wife works from home, and it's like, it's like kids,
Yeah.
right? Can you take the kids with you today? So I took Oliver with me, and we stopped at the Camino restaurant on the way back and hung out in that awesome patio area out there.
Yeah, the patio is amazing there.
Yeah, and then that big concert space out there.
Yeah.
I just lost the word for that, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Seating.
The lawn.
Yeah.
It's awesome during the summertime because even when they do little festivals and stuff in there, how many families are out and kids are running around and playing.
Yeah.
But even during the wintertime, they do a Christmas tree out there
That's
and
cool.
everything. It's got a lot of charm.
Yeah, no,
So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So for you, I'm going to come back to you weren't working for Tapped, and then you were when it was time to open this restaurant basically in your backyard.
Correct.
Did the stars line up there or what?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a long relationship with a few of the owners. So when the Mukilteo spot opened, I was a big fan as a customer. It was my go-to spot to come and get craft beer in the can and bring it home and enjoy it. But then also to have dinner and take out the family. And when the idea of coming to other markets and the conversation happened to come up in Mill Creek, I was like, you do realize that there is the perfect location 2 minutes from my house. And I pulled it up on Google Earth and showed them where it was, and they're like, we've had our eye on this place, but we need somebody to run it.
Yeah.
And conversation went back and forth for a little bit. I started out, I think it was just working like 2 days a week just to make sure the vibe was the right.
Right.
But I didn't even need a couple weeks. I worked, I think, one shift, and I was like, I'm all in. Let me give my notice, and I'll come fully on board. And I spent time at the Mukilteo restaurant and time at the Camino restaurant to kind of just get embedded in all things Tapped. And then when we got to this restaurant, I had the opportunity to hire probably 70% of my opening team.
Cool.
Before we even got the keys to the building.
Yeah.
So I had them working at the other restaurants with other team members to kind of get enriched in the culture, and we just had a huge success with it. And so we hit the ground running with a lot of great foundational things with this restaurant, and it's really set the tone for the future.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing. But yeah, I started as a customer and I ended up as a lifer employee.
There we go.
Yeah,
and not just a lifer employee. You're selling yourself short. You're one of the pillars here, man, because you're the pillar at this place, but the future, what's going on with Primal and what's going on with new don't sell yourself short.
Yeah,
Man.
no, I when talking with our group, I view myself as being the ambassador of this brand.
Yeah.
long term, my goals are to support Tapped as a brand across any market that we're in. So if I can get Sean and Brian and Evo to have 10 of these, I will support them in the capacity of running all 10 of them to a certain degree.
Sure.
I have a vision for what this can be and the direction we'd like it to go, and I am on a path to get there with them.
Awesome.
So,
man.
yeah, it is a big part of my life, and they are a big part of me and who I am. So it's pretty amazing.
You're on a great trip right now. That's cool.
Thanks.
So let's talk about outside of Tapped, but still in Mill Creek.
Yeah.
What do you like to do? I mean, I know you work a lot,
right,
but you got to get out of here sometimes.
Right now, I'm a family guy, so I've got a little one in the Mill Creek Little League.
Cool.
She's playing softball, and then I've got the other one playing at the Y. She does basketball
Right on.
every season. So she does winter ball, spring ball, summer ball. She does it all.
Cool.
But yeah, so a lot of times it's spending on the courts or on the fields, doing things like that, taking the dog. I went to Leavenworth for my first time, and since I've lived here, like
Nice.
never been.
Wow. Cool.
So yeah, so we did that over spring break and just kind of getting out where we can. My little girls love to hit the coastline and do little things out in that area. So wherever we can go find some shells and
Perfect.
get outdoors a little bit and take the dog with us is a win.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Charlie,
Charlie. What kind of
Yeah.
dog is Charlie?
golden doodle.
A golden doodle.
Mini.
Okay. A mini golden.
Yeah,
doodle.
he's only 20 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Oliver is a beaver terrier, and not beaver like the beaver with the the teeth, but beaver like the German guy. And but he's only 11 pounds.
Oh,
And he's a
Tiny.
mop. He's
Yeah.
like an 11-pound mop.
there you go.
Yeah, a lot of fun. I wanted to ask you about this table because we were
Yeah.
talking about this table before we started. Tell me about this table we're sitting
Sure.
at.
So this is a live edge table. This table has had a life in all three of our restaurants. It's a unique piece of furniture that a friend of a friend kind of gifted us when we opened the first restaurant in 2019. And then it made its way to Mukilteo, and then it was here for opening day in Mill Creek. And now there's talks about it going on to Everett in the next year or so. So it's pretty amazing to have one piece of furniture that's touched each of our restaurants at one point and another. And so not a lot of people know about the lineage of this table, but it's got a lot of grooves and a lot of rough edges and stuff, but that's kind of what gives it its character and charm.
I got to tell you can't not take this to Everett, right? As much as I love having
Yeah.
this table right here, you can't not. It has to go to Everett. It's just there's no way. You can't break that. You
I know.
just can't break that chain.
The tradition.
Yeah, the tradition must
know.
remain. So we're going to lose a table, but we'll find
It's okay.
something else to sit
We'll
at.
find some comfy
We will find
seating.
something to sit at.
Yeah.
So, and we got a minute. You guys still got to build a building down
I know.
there. So we got a minute. We'll have plenty good
Definitely
time.
got a little bit of time on your hands.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So I want to kind of come back to, the Mill Creek summer idea, and so something we're kind of building with the chamber, and with our partners in the community is this idea that the whole summer of Mill Creek is going to be cool, and it kind of unofficially starts on May 4th. We got the first wine walk, and you guys haven't been part of any of our wine, beer, cider walks.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that we need to talk a little bit about at some point in the future. Now that's a town center event.
Yeah.
But we also have vendors from outside of town center come in and partner with some businesses in town center. For example, Matt at Four Stitch is partnering with Johnny at Brooklyn Bros. So Matt's going to bring his stuff to Brooklyn Bros, and that'll be a wine, beer, cider walk stop.
Yeah.
So we need to look at doing the same kind of thing with you guys. If
Yeah, I
there's-
could probably figure out a pathway. So we partner with Crucible Brewing. They make a version of beer called Tapped. Typically it has a V6 or 7. I think we're on 7.5 right now that's being brewed. But it's unique to us. It's only available here. It's not available anywhere else. And so that's the only beer that we have in-house that's typically that we call kind of our own, even though our friends at Crucible are the ones doing all the hard work.
Right.
But we're able to pour essentially anywhere. So to be able to offer that and maybe go down for the wine and beer walk and be able to partner with one of the vendors down there and have a little spot in one of their buildings, and just have some fun and meet some new friends.
That's it. And get everybody in the community together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's the spring Mill Creek, because it's May 4th is coming, and then like I said, the concert series, the festival, and golf tournament, and then we'll have another wine walk that's in September. That will kind of be the tail end of the whole thing. But we talked about. I keep saying we talked about. We, the chamber board, have talked about this concept of Mill Creek Summer.
Yeah.
Right, where we're going to market it as the whole thing. Right, come to Mill Creek. If you can make it during the festival, okay, cool. If you can't, but come here, do one of these, do one of those. And the only way we can make all that happen, the only way the chamber can make all that happen is just partnering with great businesses like you guys. And so it's awesome that we have this kind of budding relationship.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the festival. Can you bring that Crucible tapped version 7.5 to the festival?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, we'll probably be on 8 by then.
Okay.
But yeah, different iterations.
What flavor? What family of a beer is it?
It's a hazy IPA.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of those beers that was kind of designed to fit one of our owners' personal preferences.
Gotcha. Sure.
So much that we created his own version for his birthday last January.
Perfect.
So
Awesome.
yeah, it was the Crucible Tapped Sean edition.
Right on.
So yeah, so it's pretty amazing. So we're just waiting for the next iteration. But yeah, we've done a couple hazy IPAs, juicy hazies, and then we even did a cold IPA version once or twice. So yeah, it's just we kind of did figure out what's going on with the ingredients and what's available at Crucible, and then Dick and his team kind of figure out what they're going to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Crucible's a cool place too.
It is.
You got a bunch of pinball machines in there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. They do pinball tournaments there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in there and there was a sign like next pinball tournament. So I got my quarters and I started playing pinball and realized, just like when I was a kid, I suck at pinball. So
You might not qualify for the
not
tournament.
gonna qualify.
Yeah, just go in on your free
I
time.
spent $6 worth of quarters and so it was not worth it to me, that's for sure.
Right on.
Well, cool. I can't wait. I can't wait for all the cool
Thank
things
you.
that you guys are going to do to watch it happen. I can't wait for all the cool things that we're all going to do together.
Well, we're just excited to find opportunities to be a part of the community and do different things, and again, meet new groups of individuals that have similar interests in supporting the community and enjoying good food and great beer.
It is. It's bringing a bunch of like-minded people together, not groupthink.
Yeah.
Like-minded, right? With some similar visions and some similar things that we want to do, with about 1,000 different ideas on how to get there, and then we make sense and we figure it out and we go for it. And I like the approach of we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, you want to do the beer garden this year? Sure.
Count us in.
Yeah. I have no idea
no clue
how
how
or when or what, but we're going to figure it out.
I figured it out.
That's how we do great things.
Yeah.
Is we don't fear bite and say, oh no, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not gonna. We just say yes, and then we figure it out.
There's always a way.
I do want to ask you about the changes in the menu that you got coming. So you got something brewing, something up your short sleeves that you're gonna lay out for us.
Well, we got a brisket sandwich that we're working on right now. It's supposed to be released in a couple weeks. That's going to be a short-term menu item just to test the waters. But we got street corn, heirloom tomato burrata. Ooh. We got a new seasonal salad that's we're vacillating between a mixed berry or a strawberry blue, but it's going to fit somewhere in that lane of seasonality.
Yeah.
And then we're working on a couple other sandwiches and salads just to change up more of kind of a summer vibe.
Yeah.
Seasonally appropriate, just kind of match the nice weather and everything that we hopefully
barbecue
get.
season.
Yeah.
So is that brisket coming from Primal?
Right now, yeah. But the idea being is we're going to see if we can find a way to produce it in-house.
Okay.
So we don't have to ship between stores. But yeah, so that's why we're going to test it for a little bit to see what the customer response is. And
right on.
We'll figure the other stuff out later.
That's it. That should be our motto. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. No
That's
problem.
tomorrow's problem.
Exactly. Cool. I can't wait. Next time we're here, we're going to have brisket sandwich. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Very cool.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
we'll
crossed.
make it happen.
I'll talk to Chef Laura.
All right.
Right on.
Kenny, thanks, man.
Thank you, Rick.
This has been awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tapped. Love it. I have not gotten to everything on the menu like Jay has, but I'm close.
Well, I can help you with that.
All right, let's do it.
Perfect.
All right.
Right on.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
See you, everybody.